On this video we're going to be dealing with armor bonuses. So what I want to do is I wanted to create a pickup that will increase the starting player's armor not only to maximum but also reset it to 200. Normally they start with an armor maximum of 100, and that, although that can be altered with other mechanics, I wanted a pickup so that the players could walk over it and their armor would be reset to 200 and a maximum of 200. But then I also wanted the player to not be able to collect the armor bonus again if they already had it. And so what we'll do is we'll go ahead and start building up the armor pickup. So what we need is a pickup. I'm going to place that there. What we need to do is, sometimes I like to add things like a world text above it to say that it's a bonus armor, so I'll go ahead and do that. This will work equally as well for health pickups as well. So we give that some new text and call it armor bonus. Done. Text color, we'll make it green, I think, and the size, we'll make it 4. Let's have it blinking. Show on start, and we'll always have it facing the player. Okay, it looks like it's a bit out of alignment, so let's just try and place that over the top. Okay, yeah, it doesn't look too bad. Okay, so first things first, on picked up we want it to hide that. So now when the player picks it up, it will make that disappear. We're also going to use an integer, because what I want it to do is I want the armor bonus to only be picked up once. So on picked up we will add an integer under variables. I'm going to place that there. I've already got one set up for armor bonus, but we'll go ahead and add a new one. And you will be adding to it, so click add. Okay, take that round. We want it to add 1 point, which it's set to, and the integer we will rename. We'll just call it AB for armor bonus, and then we will give it a unique icon and leave the initial value to 0. So save those. The next thing we want to say is that when it's picked up we're going to test our integer, and so what we do is we place a integer compare. We'll place that there and we're going to test it. So what we want it to do is, at the moment it's going to immediately add 1 point to the integer, and then it's immediately going to test it, so we're going to add a delay to that of 0.1 of a second. Now we need to tell it that when the integer equals it's going to do something, and the first thing we get it to do is to play an audio sound that will tell the players that they've picked up the armor bonus. Play.
Denied. Access.
Put that down there, and
Access.
put that up there,
Access denied.
and we change that. There's in-game mechanics. There's
frags left. 23 frags left. A hellport.
There's an armor.
Erupt accuracy. Ammo auto popular. All assist. Armor penalty. Accurate ammo armor bonus.
Armor bonus. So that's that. The next, what we're also going to do is we're going to give the player 200 armor straight away for picking up the armor bonus, and so we need to go into vitals under player, I think that is player and team. So we will give the players some health using the vitals, and we'll add armor, not health, armor. So we've now given, upon the integer being tested, if the amount is equal, it will give armor, and we will give it 200, which will be the player's maximum. And that's going to reset. No, it's not. That's going to give the players 200 armor in one hit instead of the usual 50. Okay, the next thing we need to do is we need to set the modifier. So upon equals, we will give the player, and we use a player proxy for this, and we will set a modifier. So you click on set modifier, and now in the modifier settings we want to change it to armor, and we need to give it 200%. So we'll go ahead and change that. %, done, and that's all set. Now we need to set our integer up now. I think everything else is in place. Let's have a think. We've got vitals set up, we've got the player modifier set up, and we're going to play the sound. Yeah. Okay, so the next thing we need to do is we need to tell it how it's going to make that calculation to equals. So what we need to do is, in the integer compare, we need to use we need to set up the left hand side as the variable amount, and what that means is every time we're adding to this integer here, it will add 1 point to it. So for the first time the player picks it up, that will be set to 1. The next time they pick up a similar armor bonus, it will be set to 2 and 3, and so on. For each one that they pick up, it will keep increasing. But what we're going to do is, for the very first time, we're going to set up the left hand side to be equal to whatever that integer is set to. So if the player's picked up one of them, we'll tell the left hand side that it will equal that, it will equal 1. But if the player's picked up 2, it will equal 2, and so on and so on. And so what you need to do is, where it says left hand side, you need to click square and go change. No, you don't. You need to click on there and go left trigger 2 options, and then you need to click square then that says swap variable. And when you click swap variable, it will give you a mini menu, and above the mini menu there's different options that you'll be able to select by using the left one and the right one. There's a team resource that I've set up, team player resource that I've set up, but here we're going to use the integer that we'd first set up at the beginning of this video. So we'll click on the AB for armor bonus, and so now whatever the players do in the map, if the player selects one of them, it will set that to 1. If they select 2, it will set that variable to 2. And the right hand side, we want it to work on the very first pickup, so we set that to 1. So now the player's happily bobbing along. They pick that one up. That command there adds 1 to the integer compare, or adds 1 to the integer, and then it automatically then compares it a split second later and says, you know what, you've got 1 in there, you've got 1 in the right hand side, and so because it equals, we're going to give the player all of this. When they pick up their second armor bonus, because they've already activated 1 point, they get another point, so it becomes 2, and so that wouldn't match. That would be set to 2, that would be left as 1, so it wouldn't match, and so therefore the player wouldn't get the benefit of the bonus. Okay, that's it. So what we do is we go ahead, select all, and I'll place a few of these around. And we'll try it out. Place one over here. Okay, load map. You would do practically a health bonus in exactly the same way, just changing your object to a health pack, changing the world text obviously, and also the player mod, and you'd probably like to name the integer a different name. Okay, so first armor bonus has been set. We're now 200 maximum, so we shouldn't be able to pick up any more, which we can't. I'll go ahead and lose some armor. Now we've got 50. When we pick it up again, it should only add us 50 on, because we've already maxed our armor bonus. So let's go ahead and kill ourselves, and when we respawn, we can now click that and we're back to our normal armor. It should have kept the armor bonus, and so what we'll do is we'll restart the mission and just double check that. Even if the player dies, it should keep that modifier as 200. Let's just check it out. So what I'll do is I'll collect the first one and then die, and then we'll collect the rest to make up the armor. Okay. Died. We'll check that out. Okay, so it's worked because it didn't tell us that we picked up another armor bonus, and so we're up to 150. And that's about it. Well, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you next time.